What's going on, guys? Troy at Mountain Man Treasure, and eBay has responded again to the USPS slowdown. Kinda. This channel, guys, about reselling. Typically, we're doing what sold videos and how-to videos and thrifting, garage sale videos, that sort of thing. But there are issues right now in the reselling community, and it centers around the Postal Service and the fact that things are either slow or just flat out lost and not moving whatsoever. Now, the USPS is a partner in all of our businesses. They help get things done. They help us do what we do. But right now, they are just simply overwhelmed. I talked with my post office, and just here, we're in a community of about 30 to 35,000, depending on how you count the outside area. And just my post office here is 3 times busier right now than they were at this time last year. 3 times busier than a normal fourth quarter. They say nationwide, they're looking at 4 times. So imagine whatever it is that you do, be it reseller or insurance salesman, whatever it is, you're really good at what you do. And now tomorrow, 4 times the amount of work that you normally do is dropped on your desk. Same thing happens on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. At some point, there's going to be a slowdown. At some point, things are going to start to slide through despite best efforts. Now, did the Postal Service screw some stuff up? Did they not plan very well? Yeah, probably. But you can't go after the frontline folks there at the post office. They're working their tails off to make this happen. It's just there's not enough staff. There's too much mail. So then it goes to eBay. What's eBay doing? Because eBay obviously also a partner in all of this. It's their platform. It's their sandbox. They should do something about this, right? Well, we'll put the card right up here somewhere. I talked about that in a previous video. eBay's response to the slowdown. Essentially, they're giving us an extra week and a half. Once people open a case, they're lengthening the amount of time before something has to happen. Okay, I mean, they did something, but things are getting worse. People are having packages just sit. Some of these hubs like Atlanta, things are just going and stopping there. They're not going anywhere. So eBay did, to their credit, respond again. They have added some, I guess, protections, and we're going to look at those here. This is an update as of Wednesday, December 16th. Okay. And it was, I guess it doesn't have a time. Yeah, it does. At 12:30. So the afternoon of Wednesday, the 16th. So they say for transactions occurring November 15th through December 31st, we're adding the following seller protections. So starting off, that's a good thing because a lot of this did start end of November. At least they recognize that. Okay, this isn't a December problem. It started really the last couple of weeks of November. So, okay, that's a good thing. Here's what they're doing. They're adding some protections. We will automatically remove any defects for item not received cases closed without seller resolution, as well as associated negative or neutral feedback if these conditions are met. Okay, so they're going to take off defects if tracking was uploaded and has a physical scan from the carrier before the case was opened. So basically, if you dropped it at the post office, they scanned it. That's one of the things. Okay. And a delivery scan shows the item was delivered after the case was closed. So I guess that's good, right? And they say, in addition, these cases will not impact your service metrics rating. So they're protecting your top rated seller status. That's a good thing. I mean, I'd like having that. That's definitely good. But eBay, what else are you doing? We will also remove negative or neutral feedback related to a late delivery automatically if an item arrives late, but tracking shows you shipped it on time. So if the customer gets on there and gripes about, you know what, this took too long, bad feedback. They say they're going to automatically take that off. My guess is that they're going to automatically take some of those off. It's not going to be 100%. There's no way. So that does give you, if a customer leaves some neutral or negative feedback related to how long it took, as long as you sent it on time, I would contact eBay for Business on Facebook and say, hey, look, you said you're going to take that off. Okay. So I guess good thing, right? Okay. Now they go on to say, we recognize it's in your nature to immediately make things right for the buyer, but given unprecedented and unpredictable shipping delays, cases may take longer to resolve. We ask that you keep lines of communication with your buyers open. We're asking them to be patient. For items in transit, we're keeping cases open for 10 more days from the time a buyer asked eBay to step in to allow additional time for the item to be delivered. Now, that's not new. That's what they said before. That's something that's already in place. They put that out in the first information drop, okay? They do say it's unprecedented and unpredictable in terms of shipping delays. At least they're in the real world in terms of seeing the problem. They see that there's a problem there. Keep the lines of communication with your buyers open. That's where we start to get into some issues, and we're going to talk about that. They do say that they've added a message that the buyers see when they view their tracking information. So I know they put one on there initially to let buyers know that, hey, things are slow before they buy it. It looked like it was kind of easy to look over, to be honest with you. We all know that buyers don't always read everything, but they are. If people get in and actually check their tracking, they say, high shipping volumes are causing some delays. Please allow extra time. All right. And now we are into the previous post. So that is the update. What does it mean? Well, it means that they're protecting your feedback and they're protecting your metrics. Those are both good things. But what are they doing about our money? Right? They posted this actually on their Facebook page as well. And as you can imagine, there are a lot of responses. Most people are concerned about their money. And here's what's going on. They're further protecting us from bad feedback. They're helping us retain top-rated seller status. Okay, but ultimately, we're still having to pay if those extra 10 days go out. Okay, so let's do the hypothetical. I send out something. It's supposed to show up in 3 days. It doesn't show up. It gets stuck in a hub somewhere, and tracking just stops. Buyer opens a case. Now, after 3 days, that case would ordinarily close. eBay is saying right now, because we get it, it's bad, we're going to give you an extra 10 days. So we get 2 weeks, essentially, right? But at that point, what happens? 10 days go up. My item was shipped on time. Maybe I even sent it the day that it was ordered in order to try and get ahead of this mess, but it's stuck. The extra 10 days are up. What happens? We as sellers are responsible. We then would have to refund the customer. Okay. I mean, I get it. We have to protect the customer. It's not fair to the customer either that paid and doesn't have their product. But odds are that 90 to 95% of these, if not more, are going to get to the customer eventually. It could be next month, but it's going to get there. So those 10 days are up, plus the 3 days, right? The 2 weeks are up. Customer still doesn't have the item. I have to pay them. I have to refund them. It doesn't matter if it was a $9.99 t-shirt or a $999 stereo. Doesn't matter. eBay says, I've got to refund them. Okay, what happens if they then get that item even the day after? Okay, I refund them tonight. Tomorrow, all of a sudden, magically, it shows up on their doorstep. What happens then? Well, let me put a few things up here and we'll show you what eBay said, because people are asking these questions on the Facebook post that they made, and they gave some interesting answers. Look at this one. Okay, they say if the item is delivered after a refund is issued, you can invoice through PayPal. So they're saying you can go and talk directly to the customer, send them an invoice so the customer can get you your money back. They say this is okay because we can see the buyer originally paid on eBay and you're resolving a post-transaction issue. That talking about, hey, we can't ask for email addresses through the eBay system. They say we are looking for other ways of repayment through eBay for the future, While we understand the concern, most buyers are willing to work with you once they receive the item. If not, we also see that offering a return label can help get your item back. Wow. Okay, there's a couple things to unpack there. First, they're basically, somebody had asked them, what happens? How do we get our money back if the item then gets there? We've refunded them. Now they have our money and the item. And eBay says, well, you have to contact them. And we believe that most of our buyers are good people and they will give you the money back. I believe that most eBay buyers are generally pretty good folks, but most people are also kind of lazy and they're not going to go through that extra effort. They're going to go, hey, double prizes and move on with life. I actually had a case, and not related to this slowdown, but just another case where it was an international order, got hung up in customs. Ultimately, I had to refund the buyer, and then it showed up. So I sent that buyer a message and said, hey, I see that the Scrabble game arrived. And I left it super open-ended thinking, let's see if they write back. Yeah, they never wrote back. And I didn't anticipate that they would. And that is exactly what's going to happen with most of these. eBay is putting the onus on us. We're all of a sudden the bill collectors that have to go out and try and get money back from these people. It's not going to happen. Now, they also said, we also see that offering a return label can help get your item back. So essentially what they're saying is, hey, if you don't think that that customer is going to give you the money back for what they purchased and then you refunded them, if they're not going to give you the money for what they purchased, maybe you can buy a label and send it to them, and then maybe they'll put it in the mail. So we're still paying them to get our item back. And that's eBay's default. eBay is saying, yeah, we think this would work really well. How is that seller protection? That is not seller protection. Here's another message just to confirm what I was saying. Then they were answering Anne and Tana here, apparently. And they say, while we can place a case on hold, you would need to work with your buyer to have them pay again or return the item if it's delivered after a case is closed. So again, I mean, that's straight from eBay for Business. If we refund somebody because it was late by no fault of our own, it's the Postal Service is slow, it gets there after a case is closed and eBay has made us refund the buyer, it's on us to get either our item or our money back. eBay is not stepping in. eBay is not doing anything to protect that money. They also say, we definitely understand the concern and don't want you to lose on the sale. If you have an item not received case open, we can extend that for 10 days when we see the item is still in transit. Again, they've already said this. This is on the top of the extended estimated delivery dates. The intention is to give it more time before a refund is needed. At some point, we may need to step in if it seems that the item is truly lost. Again, sorry, guys. That's on you. We gave you some extra time. Now, that extra time is mostly going to help. A lot of times, it's still going to show up. But there are a lot of times when that thing just gets lost. And in that instance, eBay's saying, sorry. Ultimately, sellers are being punished for something that's completely out of their hands. So much of what they're saying, they're going to protect metrics and feedback and all that. It's predicated on the idea that these things are being scanned. And go look at any forum, go look at any post to eBay for Business, go look anywhere. There's a lot of stuff not being scanned right now. And again, that is not in our control. We are being punished for things that we have zero control over. And none of those protections, however much you think that protects you, none of them that they put forward actually protect anybody if their post office doesn't scan the item, or if somewhere down the line it ends up not being scanned. And that's happening all over the place. I think somebody wrapped it up really well. There were hundreds and hundreds of comments, and I don't want to take credit for this because somebody else said it, but I think they nailed it. What's eBay doing here? They're protecting our image, but they're not protecting our income. They're taking care of the feedback. They're taking care of the metrics. The money, eBay's out of it. And that's, It's not right. I mean, you have to figure what can they do, right? Because this is, as they said, unprecedented. This is not something anybody anticipated, certainly not to this level. Maybe the company could take a little bit of ownership in this. Maybe they'll say, you know what, we get it. We're going to pay half. I won't even ask them to pay the whole thing. They pay half. I would be happy with that. But they're not offering to help at all with any of the monetary losses for their sellers. So what can you do? Well, not a lot. You can cross your fingers and hope that your stuff doesn't get lost, doesn't get delayed, and shows up on time. You can, as a lot of people have done, shut down their store and say, you know what, it's not worth hassling with. I'm going to wait until this mess is over, and then I'll start back up again. When is the mess over? I don't know. I mean, people right now are saying until January. We'll see if things clear up then. You can do that. But otherwise, I mean, what else is there? I don't know. You guys comment down below. Tell me how you guys are dealing with this. If you've had any cases, if you've had conversations with eBay, their stance seems pretty clear. They're going to help in some areas and completely leave us on our own in the others. It's not good, eBay. It's not good. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it, guys. I'm sorry that folks are going through all this hassle, but hopefully 2021, it's just a couple weeks away. Hopefully things get better. We'll see you next time.